He's got guns, and he's got semen-coated fucking VHS tapes. Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead.
What's big?
Andre Harrell is dead. The only two left are Puffy and Al almost died.
But the truth is, if I had spoke up back then, I wouldn't have lived to see this day to be able to do what I've done now.
Yeah, no, don't regret it, man. Never regret the truth.
If there's one person who has had her foot on Diddy's neck since before his scandal ever came to light, it's Jaguar Wright. She's been in the industry for years and accurately predicted his downfall as another cog in the system. And now she's made a chilling prediction about his release. Jaguar Wright has never liked her former collaborator Jay-Z, but one person who always got dragged with him was Diddy. She was one of the first people in recent years to call him out for being secretly gay, and her insider information means she has kept up with his jail shenanigans from the time the FBI first raided his houses. She revealed how even the officers raiding his house the few weeks before his arrest weren't told where they were going to keep the information being leaked to Diddy, and even that there was a third unreported location that was under observation.
When you said the day of the raid, you're talking about the raid on both Miami and California. Diddy's
and New
homes.
York simultaneously.
Wait, New York was
the New York house was raided as well.
Oh wow, that didn't even. Yeah, they didn't even really.
3 states working in tandem, and they did not tell the officers who they were raiding. They went in tactical as they were instructed to. They didn't know they was raiding Diddy's house. The higher-ups didn't tell anybody because they knew, with Diddy being a Fed informant, that he had people in the force and they wanted to make sure that went through legit. So they ain't tell nobody whose houses they was going to.
That's why you see the guns.
The cops didn't know that it was Diddy's house over there in Beverly Hills around the corner from the Playboy Mansion. They didn't know until they seen the kids.
She had even known in advance that Cassie would come forward due to some mutual acquaintances.
They did their job. He's a sex worker. He's got guns, and he's got semen-coated VHS tapes.
No. Okay.
I would have went in a hazmat suit.
What did you know back then, 3-4 years ago?
I don't spend time around Cassie, and I haven't seen Cassie in person since she was with Ryan Leslie.
Was there something in her eyes that you saw? The way, like now
I'm gonna put it to you this way: there are mutual acquaintances between her and I. And that's as far as I can go.
Okay.
I don't talk to her, but I speak to her.
She's been known to call out people by tracking their backgrounds, which is why she knew about Diddy's misdeeds for years. Her whole initiative as a whistleblower came about because she wanted to prevent what happened to her from happening to other young artists, especially girls.
No, I know.
Yeah, but he said he would never sit with me. He would never have me on it. He never wanted to talk to me. He never would.
But I got receipts. Vlad, why did you reach out to Jag back in June asking for Jag to be on the show?
Why you do that, Vlad?
Vlad, why you playing in our face?
Why you lying? Why you lying on this podcast?
And Vlad, and your fat ass wife.
We'll stop there.
Damn. Damn.
Let's be very clear. This is the email that DJ Vlad sent me, his producer sent me, asking me to appear on his podcast on YouTube just after the Cassie video was released on my birthday.
She even exposed DJ Vlad's comments following her appearance on the Piers Morgan show, where she called out both Diddy and Jay-Z.
And weeks later. But then again, Diddy was already in trouble, so you really didn't need to talk to me because you couldn't do much disinformation with me. I guess that's why your friend from the Star Report, or should I say the Comet Report, because he crashed out just like a comet. I guess that's why he was so upset when I started asking him relevant questions about why he's propping up a liar. At this point in time, Vlad, I think it's only fair to say that Carol Johnson, your assistant, unless you're saying you didn't know, she sent this on your behalf. you did want me on your show.
I mean, which makes sense.
Not only that, she has always been open about her background and her knowledge of how the industry works.
That the human mind could go to.
You want to know one of the reasons why I was able to put myself in position to get the deal that I got?
Yeah.
Because of my sex work.
That
See, I had just enough dirt on the right person to get me past Hank Shockley, who was blocking me to protect Mary J. Blige's very fragile image.
So let me ask.
Listen to me.
Please.
Prostitute and actress meant the same thing in 1865. If you were called an actress, that meant you were a prostitute.
Like,
First time I saw it was in a music studio.
damn.
Like every other industry porn. First time I saw Paris Hilton's tape, A Night in Paris, was in the studio. The first time I saw Mary J. Blige being gang raped on camera at Death Row after hours was in the studio.
She also exposed Young Miami for being a prostitute rather than Diddy's girlfriend as they publicly claimed.
Look at that girl.
Yeah,
Diddy brought me to my womanhood. Diddy, and I just said, baby, you need to work this out. You need to figure this out. As everyone now that she's being named in these lawsuits now figured out that this is a acting ass liar.
Yeah, I'm still
Drea Kelly talking.
Yeah, I'm still stuck on her saying I like to get peed on, and
And that's supposed to be normal.
yeah, to normalize it for the world at least. I'm like, damn, keep that between
Funny
you and
thing
your...
is, the 13-year-old girl who R. Kelly peed in her face on that video after having, statutory, whatever he had, think about that. That was glorified.
Correct.
That video was everywhere. And now we got girls say, oh, I love it when he pees on me.
Yeah.
Do you see the evolution?
One story not often discussed in the media, but which she feels is important, is how Diddy actually became the monster he is today. And it had a lot to do with everything done to him when he entered the industry, which he proceeded to do to others for decades.
They were all able to survive because of the dynasty that came with Big and Junior Mafia.
So no one tells P. Diddy what to do. Like,
Absolutely.
who tells him?
Clive Davis in the beginning. No, he didn't empower him. That motherfucker put his ass on a block. He gave him power. And all he had to do was diddle-dee-dee and diddle-dee-dum. Like, he wasn't gonna tell Gene and them that's how he was getting the money. Let's be real about that.
She pointed out how while Suge Knight was the CEO and face of Death Row Records through his own power, Diddy kissed up to Clive Davis for money and came back to surround himself with powerful and talented people like Lil' Kim, Biggie Smalls, and Gene Deal to give Bad Boy Records street cred.
Like you heard him say, Christopher Williams, street nigga, gangster nigga, Pete Rock, I'll Be Short, they niggas from the hood. You know what I'm saying? Gene Deal. Ain't nobody looking at how Puff positioned himself. There was a wall of protection and talent and brilliance around him. Nobody had to look at him for real. And the truth is nobody did. They just know he got the budget. He go to LA, he talk to Clive, he come back with the bread. Apparently, he has this man's confidence. Yeah, I'm sure that man was very confident with his penis in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Clive is a whole freak.
You think Clive put him on to all
I know. Clive, that's what he do. Queen Clive. Long may she reign in hell.
She has followed up on that story when bringing up Jay-Z as well, saying that he and Diddy were chosen by industry executives to become successful because of everything they were willing to do for them. This holds up as Gene Deal has also confirmed that the two rappers were federal informants who were assigned to keep East Coast rap under control.
When you are adjacent to or you know, traveling in the same circles as the person that's been selected to be this icon. Because let's just be very clear, he was selected, just like Diddy was selected. Question is by who? Now, for many years, I minded my business about a lot of things, but a lot of things came to me. I heard a lot of things. You got to remember, this was back when I was still trying to be amicable with the industry so that I could have my career.
She also made it clear that while she watched Diddy and Jay-Z reach higher and higher and reached her breaking point, she also knew that if she had tried to speak out earlier, she wouldn't have lived for long.
You know,
It's shitty. It's really, really, really shitty, especially when you finally figure it out that nobody was ever going to look out for anybody. Nobody was ever going to keep their word. They were just going to keep selling people out, selling people out, selling the culture out, selling the culture out. I regret it, but the truth is, if I had spoke up back then, I wouldn't have lived to see this day to be able to do what I've done now.
yeah, no, don't regret it, man. Never regret the truth, or never regret your truth.
No,
in
it's
regards-
just if I had spoke up sooner, I wouldn't have lived to be able to tell that story. Not at all.
Totally understand. Social media kind of changed things
And not
to give you a
only that,
covering.
I was a mom, and I wanted to wait until my children were grown.
Before that, she even brought up Diddy's murder allegations when it came to removing people from his past. The fate of Uptown Records is particularly notable, with Diddy being left as the last one standing.
Uptown Records started with 5 people. Andre Harrell, I'll Be Sure, Heavy D, and Puffy. And Kim was the longest working employee because she was there from the very beginning. She was Andre's personal assistant. Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead. The only 2 left are Puffy and Al almost died.
All of these people wanted to expose Diddy, and all of them ended up either dead or heavily compromised in seemingly innocuous ways, set up to make their ends seem natural.
It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. And then right after that, Al had a meeting, and I was gonna meet up with him because we were in Vegas, and then the next thing you know, you wanna know what they all had in common though? The survivors and the late of Uptown Records, they were all writing tell-all books. Andre was writing a book right before he died. Heavy D was working on a book before he died. Kim Porter was working on a book before she died. And Al B. Sure was working on the documentary of his life. And then he goes into a coma. Has Puffy ever been in a coma? Has anything happened to him? He must be the luckiest motherfucker, because it seems like everybody that worked at Uptown Records from the very beginning is gone. Just him. I guess Al disappointed you.
One of her most shocking revelations, which would explain how she knows Diddy's release secrets, is her knowledge of Faith Evans' role in getting the notorious B.I.G. killed.
Think about it from this angle. Everything we know. Ask me how much different Faith life, her whole life look, career look. Diddy told her he was gonna kill Biggie. She knew it was gonna happen. She was purposefully not by her husband's side that night. It happened, and she was told she had to lie about it. And guess what? That lie held up until that boy turned 18, and he started having ideas of what he wanted to do with what he inherited. because the paperwork was set up for Faith to not be able to receive $1 from Biggie's.
She revealed Faith was blackmailed into keeping quiet about her husband's death and eventually ended up married to Diddy supporter and alleged lover Stevie J.
Estate unless it was for little Christopher. And she only had one child with Christopher. The other children who required taking care of and feeding and all of them couldn't be fed off of Christopher Wallace's money. They weren't his kids. See how that works?
Right. I wonder what Gene Deal would say about this. He was right there too, right?
I mean, you heard what Gene said. He really never had much contact with Faith.
Oh, yeah.
And the little bit of contact that he had with her, he was surprised as well. You heard him say it. It didn't make any sense. Her and Biggie.
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense to anyone. It shouldn't have made any sense to them because they were married in 10 days. It's funny, when you ask Faith how long her and Biggie was together before they got married, the story changes every time. It was 10 days, it was 20 days, it was this days, it was that days. My second marriage, I told y'all.
She was one of the first to celebrate Diddy's arrest, as it was a culmination of her efforts to expose the truth about predators in the industry for years.
I want my perp walk. I'm feeling like Lil Wayne right now. I feel like I'm getting cheated. I want the perp walk. I want the twisty ties. I want him on the ground. I want people putting his head into the car. I want that. That's what they did to the kids.
Yeah, there's never been an image of Diddy in handcuffs.
No, we need that. We need that. I need that perp walk. So as I keep reaching out to victims, I can let them know it's safe to come outside.
So let me ask you, Jag. Diddy was, and we're gonna go through this whole thing real quick.
Jaguar warned y'all. That's what they saying on the
yeah.
associate. They got like 13,000 people or so over there now.
She said she knew that Diddy was about to get arrested when he started acting all nostalgic and visiting his favorite places.
Well, yeah, because they probably felt like he was getting itchy. And he might have been trying something. I mean, he did what all of the good fellas do when they know that they get ready to go to jail. They come home, they have dinner with everybody, they go to their favorite places, that last good time. You know what? I'm going to say it again. Because there might be some people who have never been through here to the blue couch. These niggas is wild. They procure bitches to do damage and wild shit. Like, it was something like that I said. Why don't nobody ever want to believe me?
Oh, without question.
Jamil Jamal said it himself. Jaguar sat on the couch and said he put the boots to that girl, and y'all said she was a liar, and then we seen it, and then y'all just said.
She even gave a warning following Diddy's arrest. She brought up how everyone in the industry knew Cassie was being abused.
We all saw that tape come out on my birthday, May 17th, 2024. And even though that was the first time I had seen that tape, it sounds like I described exactly what he was doing to that girl on that tape without me seeing it. How could that be possible? How could I be that right? How could I guess that good?
How did you know, Jack?
Once again, everyone knew. Everyone knew. Just like the witness who came forward, who was too afraid when the grand jury came forth and they wanted her to testify.
She also pointed out how ridiculous it was that the feds weren't able to make more charges stick with all the evidence they had.
And she decided she was going to fall back, hoping that the government had enough from all of the raids, because they should have been able to make the case stick with everything that we know that they found during those raids. They had more than enough evidence. Funny how none of it made it to court. Just a bunch of weirdo tapes of Cassie and that Jane girl and 50 Cent's very, unfortunate baby mama. It's funny because I think I also remember talking about Daphne with y'all before, and I expressed that maybe the reason why Curtis had a problem was because he didn't realize she was a Diddy doo-wop before him.
Yep, you said that.
And maybe she might have brought some things to him that he didn't like.
Now, as Diddy gets brought up in the Tupac Shakur trial months before his release, people are waiting to see whether she has more information on the matter.
Sean Puffy Combs was supposed to have given money to Zip Martin to give to Mr. Davis for payment of the Tupac murder. Fast forward, we go to Mr. Davis. He says he can rekindle that relationship with Mr. Zip Martin and get him to talk about the money that was given from Sean Puffy Combs to Mr. Martin that never got to Mr. Davis.
You brought up the fact that Mr. Davis said that basically Sean Puffy Combs solicited the murder of Shug and Tupac during the course of that conversation.
Yeah.
Did he tell you where that conversation occurred?
It's a deli called Greenblatt's, still there on Sunset in Hollywood in Los Angeles.
What do you think? Will Diddy go back to jail following the Tupac reveals? Or is there something even more sinister at play? If you want to learn more, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.